Robert Heffernan, EndoTech, exclusively for the Pareto Network and EndoTech subscribers. This is Blockchain Vitals, and it's our weekend edition. Cryptos never sleep. They trade 24/7, 365 days a year until the power goes out worldwide. And then I'm sure there's be somebody pulling cold storage crypto out and trading it on a street corner. If that happens. You know, the stock market closed. You know, this is Friday. It's Saturday morning in Asia. Good morning. The weekend has already begun in Asia. We are still Friday night here. But trading is available right now. You can buy and sell cryptos always, which I just read something. You know what? Let's do the rounds before I talking about what I read. Come on. Let's do the round. Doing the rounds, we do it every day that we do a segment. I get to talk about what I'm seeing in the crypto sphere. And a couple of things here. One thing I recently read was the biggest demographic trading cryptos in the US of A, where I'm situated, is younger millennial men. All right? And you have to think about trading as it's a competitive environment. Who is trading? How are they trading? Why are they trading? You have to know the competitive, like it's not your enemy, but it is for sure your competitive adversary. The longs and the shorts are squaring up all the time. And so, when I read that, I understand for sure that a lot of them are not, pulling up charts on a desktop or a laptop. A lot of them don't have a bunch of screens up. A lot of them are reading social media and trading on their phones, for sure. Which, for me, if I was going to tell a millennial to trade, I would be saying, if you're going to be an active trader, please don't trade that way. Let's jump right into the availability of the ET bot. If you want to be involved, put some money at Kraken and turn on the ET bot and let our AI automation module trade for you, and you could just track the balance. I am fairly sure, and I've been around a while, that the ET bot is going to be more disciplined, followed a rules-based trading regimen than you are trading from your supposed smartphone at the bar, maybe tonight, Friday night, wherever you are. Anyway, that's one thing that I noticed. I also noticed another jumbo name. I talked yesterday about Nouriel Roubini from New York University slamming crypto in every way, shape, and form possible. And now today, former Goldman president and former White House chief economist joins blockchain DLT startup, distributed leveraged technology startup, Spring Labs, Gary Cohn. I'm telling you right now, my money's on Gary Cohn being smarter than Nouriel Roubini when it comes to blockchain technology. Here's a guy that, for sure, if you're president of Goldman Sachs, the guy never needs to work again the rest of his life. Guaranteed, unless he's got some terrible horse habit. I mean, I've seen people blow incredible amounts of money on horses, especially if you're raising them, breeding them, and betting on them. But I don't think the guy could spend the money that he's made. Doesn't need to work. Why would Gary Cohn, with his pedigree, be jumping into crypto if everything that Nouriel Roubini from New York University said is true, that the whole thing's a scam? Those two things don't equal, all right? And so many things in this space do not equal up, all right? Tim Draper, Bitcoin going to 250,000 by 2022. God bless him for that, but for me right now, I think it's got a better chance of going to $2,200 or $2,500 than it does to $250,000 as a betting person or as a person willing to trade the asset class. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, But I don't think he's writing the $200,000 calls right now. What are those? Those got to be cab offer, right? The $250,000 calls for 2022. Can somebody get me a price on that? I don't think so. All right, anyway, cryptos never sleep. We've seen some, as a lot of people would say, not very good price action as we have started to mirror the stock market a little bit. Now, sometimes that's just, I traded a lot of years in the Mexican peso, and when the stock market got weak, believe me, it got weak in the peso before. And then there's some correlation between strengths and weaknesses. Now, this is an emerging asset class, but when people dump assets and go to cash, they dump all their assets, all right? And they go to cash or interest rate products, government securities, bonds, something with a yield that's got safety, at least the safety of the US of A saying, we're going to guarantee the bonds, however safe that might be. And who knows what the blockchain brings in that whole scenario. As we've talked about lending facilities becoming available on crypto assets, the whole space is going to explode. And when you see a name like Gary Cohn, former Goldman Sachs president, and Trump, he left the Trump team because he couldn't agree with the tariffs on aluminum and steel. Whatever. The guy's a smart guy, and he ain't joining Spring Labs because he thinks the whole thing is a sham. I guarantee you that. All right, listen, we're going to take the vitals here, and I got to say goodbye to the YouTube crowd. If you want the actionable trading content of this segment or any other segment coming up, you need to be an EndoTech subscriber. So please go to endotech.io and subscribe, or buy Pareto tokens, and you have access to this content also. All right?